Hi, crafty friends. I am super excited to share with you my brand new Graphic 45 Scenic Route Mini Album. Now, I am often excited to share videos with you of my flip throughs, but I really enjoyed this paper. This is right up my alley with the beach travel theme, or more like the Mediterranean for this one, but I really enjoy working with travel paper. So this was a really good collection for me to work with. Now, I went ahead and made this laser cut cover. It is basically a double cover compared to my other ones because of the way this album is set up. It is completely within a box, but it's completely functional. I've made some other albums kind of similar to this before, so it's not a new style, but the cover I think is a little different from my other covers. It does have these starfish cutouts here, and the starfish are actually used throughout the album. So I've got these little teeny tiny policy closures, and I've used the pieces on those. Now, this is for a mini album kit. There are a limited number that will be available, completely pre-cut, everything that you will need to make the album except for the basic craft supplies. I will link that in the description box below. It will also include things like the decorative pearls that I've used. It includes the chipboard pieces along with the chipboard cover, the twine, the little beads here, so everything that you see. Now, I will also list this as a tutorial, so if you've already purchased the Graphic 45 papers and the ephemera and you just want to make the album, you can pick up the tutorial, you could purchase the chipboard cover and the chipboard pieces, and then supply the rest of the supplies to make your album. This album uses the 8x8 paper collection and the 8.5x11 patterns and solids. And I don't typically make square albums, just my personal preference. I don't usually like square, but for this paper and the design I had in mind, I did choose to make this a square album. So it's actually 8.25 by 8.25, and the side spines are about 1.5 inches, which makes this 1 3/4 with those spaces between those pieces. And then the top and the bottom are a little bit larger to accommodate, to allow the album to close properly. This album I am also going to be listing for sale. So if you would like to purchase the completed album, you can click on the link below to purchase that. I thought about using this for my photos to Valencia, Spain, because I feel like it would be perfect for this collection, but I am going to list this for sale. If it doesn't sell, then I will put my photos in it myself. This album here has a policy closure using one of the ephemera pieces, my chipboard, and then one of the brads. It also has a magnetic closure here as well to make sure everything stays tight. This album is actually matted to hold 64 photos, but you could probably put some more in there if you wanted to. There is a photo space here. You want to make sure not to put anything in the magnet though, so that it does not close correctly if you have something in the magnet. I personally would not put anything on this page, but if you wanted to, you could put small photos up here. Again, there is a magnet here, so you wouldn't want to place anything there. So this album is a rather large album. I will try to keep it in frame, but you will not see the entire thing. These are the side panels we will come back to. They actually have magnets up here and here so that this will hold these closed and make sure that this keeps its nice box shape and will stand up. On the bottom of the inside front cover, I just have 2 spots for full 4x6 photos. Anything that is over top of the photo mat is open so that you can tuck your photos behind it. Here and here, room for 4x4 photos. Now moving this, we're going to open these sides here. So we've got 2 waterfalls here. They are mirror image of each other. I should say they're not even mirror image. They're exactly the same except for these front pieces. So for this one, this slips down. We've got our closure band. And then here I have 4x4 photo space, 4x4 photo space. And then I have a 4x6 photo spot and a 4x4 photo spot. If you really wanted to, you could stick a 4x6 on here and completely cover all the paper, but I personally would not. And we've got a 4x4, a 4x4, a 4x6, and a 4x4. So right off the bat, we've got plenty of photo space there. Again, the same thing on this side. It is identical, the same exact papers on each side. Now in here in the center, when I did the album kit in the tutorial, I'm calling this page 1, this page 2, the top one will be page 3, the bottom will be page 4, just to make it easier for these pages to be assembled. Now here we have another policy envelope closure with another one of those little tiny starfish pieces. In this pocket here, we have a photo mat, and I've used one of the chipboard pieces with one of the pearls as basically like a little pull tab. It will fit completely in that pocket though, so that that does not hang over. Now on the back side of this page, we've got a belly band with a photo mat, another one of my chipboard pieces, the flowers. We got room for a 4x4 photo on the back as well. Now here, this opens up. Now you can put a wallet size photo here, and I would recommend putting it towards the bottom so that it doesn't catch in the magnet. I would not place a photo here just because the magnet is in the center of the page. Then this flips down. We've got room for another photo here, then room for a photo here, and then we have one of the journaling cards just tucked in there. This is page 2 in the album. So we've got a little belly band tuck spot here that has a journaling card. Then this is a swing tab to keep this closed. Room here for a photo if you choose to put one, or you can just leave it with that pretty paper. Room for 1 large photo or 2 smaller photos, and then a 4x6 photo here. Now you will notice in a lot of these that I did not add embellishments to these. I normally do add the ephemera assortment, the embellishments through the ephemera assortment, but I did not here so that you can embellish your album once you have your photos in it. I didn't want to take away from that, so I wanted to just leave this one a little bit more plain and then let the user decide how to embellish it above what I've already done. For this one, I have a photo mat here with one of my flower chipboard pieces with one of the pearls on it, and then room for a wallet size photo on the back side. And then this slips right here in this pocket. Now this flips open this direction. This is the back side of page 2. We have another policy envelope closure here. This flips up. There's room for a 4x4 photo there. And then here in the pocket, I've got 2 photo mats. This is a 4x5 photo spot on the front, or you can put a 4x4 wallet size, and then we've got full 4x6 photo spots on the back. Now, one thing I will say, if you are making this album for yourself and you already have your photos, you do not have to add this paper. You can just put your 4x6 photo if you don't want your photo to be matted and you don't want to trim down your photos. You would have lots of extra paper left over that you could make an additional project with that paper. It's completely up to you what you decide to do. There is plenty of space in here for you to add your photos with the completely matted photo spots as well. So it's not like you have to choose one or the other. I do leave room to accommodate for that when I'm building my albums. Now on the back here, there is another belly band with a large photo mat. I've used a flower, one of my chipboard flowers, and a pearl for a pull tab. The ephemera here just to give decorations. It is open so the photos will slide behind. These are 3x3 photo spots, and this is a 4x6 photo spot. And then a 4x6 photo spot here. This is open so that photo will slide behind it. And then we've got the journaling card on the page. Coming back to the center, we have page 3 and page 4. You can't really tell right now because I have this large photo mat here holding the page together, so it slid behind these 2 bands. I'm going to pull it out the bottom rather than the top so that the chipboard or the ephemera piece doesn't get stuck on the photo mats. So here is my photo mat that locks that page closed. Room for 2 wallet size photos there and a 4x5 3/4, I think, photo here with one of the journaling cards. Going to set this aside. These are 2 stationary photo mats. So this is page 3, this is page 4. Starting with page 3, I'm going to flip this up. I'm going to move this for now so we can keep everything in frame. We've got a swing tab here. This folds open. We've got room here for a photo here and a photo here, and this folds again, so we've got more photo space. This is a great example of everything is left completely undecorated, where normally I would take some of the ephemera pieces and place it in here, but I decided not to because I wasn't really sure if someone would prefer to use the fish or the citrus pieces or some of the tiles, and I really wanted to just let the user decide what they wanted to do for embellishing. Coming down here for page 4, we've got the repeat of page 3. It's just on the bottom half, so we've got that photo mat here. This is open for the photo to tuck behind this and this. This flips down. We've got another policy envelope closure here. These flip open like this, room for 4. These are 3 3/4, I believe, 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. So you would trim down a 4 by 4, or you could put a 3 by 3 photo here and have larger photo mat behind it. Opens up again for more photos. And then here, my intention was to have 2 photos here as well on the page. So you could put those photos there. And then I have a photo mat. And then I have one of the journaling cards. Now this is the base of the album, and we have a pocket with just one of the chipboard pieces and some pearls as decoration. And then in the pocket, I have this feature here. So it has one of the chipboard pieces, and this is actually a brad that goes through this. And I have room for a full 4 by 6 photo here and here. And then when you flip it over on the back side, we've got room for 2 more photos here. You could place a photo or multiple photos there as well, and there is space in here still that you could put more photos. What I am considering doing, it will not be part of the kit because the kit is already done and ready to go, but what I'm considering doing, and you could use your leftover papers from the kit or the tutorial and make this yourself, I might make some type of little photo insert or booklet that goes in here, and it would actually just sit right down here because once these flaps are closed, it's going to keep it in place. But there is some room and some space, and if I did this, it actually would help these pages to lay a little bit flatter. There is a little bit of space under there right now, so I can definitely have some space for it to accommodate. So I'm thinking of doing that. Let me know what you think, if that's something that you would enjoy seeing, a little photo booklet for this album. Now to lock this page closed, all I have to do is place that right there, and it keeps everything nice and neat together. Then we're going to take page 2 from the right side, page 1 from the left side, keep it closed with our policy closure. And then we're going to take our side flaps in and then put the bottom one up. It catches on these magnets. And then we've got our top one. And just like that, I have it closed. So now let's get into some of the extras. So this is what comes in the kit itself. It will have the chipboard cover, my chipboard flowers, and the chipboard starfish that I used for the album. If you are making the album, I am going to offer this as a complete kit where it has the starfish and the cover all together. I will offer the cover separate, and I will offer the chipboard pieces separate too. So however you would want to purchase this, you can pick and choose, but I will list all of those things so that you can decide what works best for you. Now, in addition to my solid starfish, I have these ones that have cutout pieces in it, and these pieces will actually come out. So you could use these ones, or you could use it so that they're hollow. So these will be listed available. They are already listed on my website, so those are available, and they come in white, and they do come in like a navy blue color. So if you are interested in those, you can pick your color. Same thing with these. These will come in different colors too. Now the kit itself is just going to come in the white. So if you want this in blue, you would have to choose everything separately. And then this is another set that I had contemplated using, so I popped these out, but I ended up not using them. So I've got starfish, and I've got sand dollars, and I've got my seashells, but I decided not to use these since there's not really seashells in that collection a whole lot, so I just decided to go with the flowers and the starfish. And this is what the mini album kit looks like. Everything comes in individual little packages, so the pieces are cut for you. The cover, those curved pieces are cut for you as well. Everything is labeled. I've got my chipboard cover that goes in here. I've got my little extras that have the magnets, the brad, the pearls, the twine, the little beads. So everything is ready for you to design. All you have to do is get your scissors, your ruler, your bone folder, your adhesive, and you are ready to go. The only thing that is missing from this is the assembly guide, and the only reason that that is not in here is because I link the flip through video here that I'm filming now in that, so that you can refer to that if you need to. I would love to know your thoughts on my Scenic Route mini album, so please feel free to leave me a comment below. And as always, happy crafting!